Hello, I'm Pastor Prince Abba, and this is Keys for Winning. On today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about consistency. I'll start with telling you a story. A certain day, a tortoise threw a challenge to a dog. He said, "Look, I'm the fastest runner in the world." And the dog said, "Hey, how can you be the fastest runner in the world? You're the slowest animal in the world." And the tortoise said, "Let's try. Let's set a race and fix a prize. And I'll prove to you I'm the fastest runner in the world." And the dog laughed and scorned the tortoise. And said, "Okay, so what's your prize?" Because they fixed the prize and then they set a date for the race. The day came and then the two animals came out with their fans ready to cheer them as they run. Something intriguing happened as this race was set. The tortoise knew that the dog had a very particular weakness. One weakness he would never be able to resist, maybe all his life. And what's that weakness? The sight of a bone. Prior to the day of the race, the tortoise got some pieces of bones and made sure he planted them at every bit of the way through the race. He had them planted on every part of the track where they were going to run. And then the referee came, blew the whistle, and they took off. At first, the dog was very fast because, he's a fast animal, He could run, and the tortoise was way left behind. While the dog was running, he got to the first bone, stopped, took one, and settled down to eat. And the tortoise was still far away. Of course, the dog thought to itself, "I have nothing to lose." The tortoise is but a very slow animal, so he has very, very long distance to catch up. When the tortoise came a little bit close to where the dog was, while he kept moving, the dog saw and then left the bone and took off again. When he ran to another kilometer, he saw another bone, stopped, and then began to devour that bone. He did this for about 5 to 6 kilometers, and then at some point got very tired because this time he had overfed himself. And then when he looked back and saw that the tortoise was way, way left behind, he thought to himself, maybe I should just take a nap. And after all, the tortoise is still very far away. After a few minutes or so of sleeping, I could catch some strength and finish the race. After all, the tortoise is still very far away. But interestingly, the dog didn't know the bone were just trapped to get him to lose that race. The tortoise knew he was very slow, but he knew he had one thing that was going to make him beat the dog. He knew the dog was a fast animal, but was easily distracted. And the tortoise also knew that he was a slow animal, but could win the race with one thing. It's called consistency. Yes, the tortoise kept moving and kept moving and kept moving. While the dog slept, the tortoise kept moving. While the dog snored, the tortoise kept moving until the tortoise got to the spot where the dog was sleeping. And you know what? When the tortoise got there, he stared at the dog, shook his head, and said to himself, "It doesn't matter how fast you are. If you are not consistent, you will not finish your race." And of course, the tortoise moved on. And when he was about to get to the finishing line of the race, he blew a very loud whistle. And this whistle got the dog up from sleep. And then the dog looked in the distance and saw that the tortoise was already close to the finishing line. And wondered to himself, how did that happen? How did the tortoise ever reach the finishing line? Soon, he moved quickly to see if he could beat the tortoise in the race. But of course, it was very late at that point. The tortoise was just at the finishing line by the time the dog could reach the end of the line. Now, what's the lesson of this story? What's the morals in this story? Consistency is a prerequisite key for winning in life. It doesn't matter how fast you are. It doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter how gifted you are. If you will succeed and if you will win, you must be willing to do the little, small things that count steadily until you reach the finishing line of your goals, your dreams, and your aspiration. Consistency is a key more powerful than talent, than skills and abilities. So, why not inculcate a bit of consistency in your plans, in your goals? Why not enshrine and adopt this very important, powerful key that can turn a nobody into somebody that can make the slowest runner win the marathon race? I'm going to pray for you in just 1 minute. And my prayer is this: that God gives you consistency, that God gives you the spirit of consistency, that God grants you the ability to stick to whatever goal and plan you have, that God gives you the strength and the capacity to do the little things that people ignore, the little things that others don't call significant, but those little things that add up to big things. May God give you the grace to do those little things, to practice those little things consistently, no matter how long it takes, until you see your wildest dream come to fruition. This is my prayer for you, that as you step out today, you're going to be consistent. You're going to do every bit of everything you do with a sense of consistency in the name of Jesus. God bless you. And until I come your way next time, remember, you have not finished the race until you win. Keep winning. God bless you.